Emily's Christmas gingerbread magic. The air was crisp and cold, a perfect winter night for a Christmas carnival. Emily's red scarf fluttered behind her like a flag as she skipped along beside her mom. Snowflakes drifted lazily from the dark sky, making everything sparkle like a scene from a Christmas card. The streets were alive with twinkling lights, the soft sounds of laughter and holiday music blending with the joyful chatter of families and friends. "Mom, look at that." Emily's voice rang out as she pointed toward the dazzling Ferris wheel, its glowing lights twirling in the night like a string of stars. Her mom smiled, tugging her red mittens a little tighter. "It's beautiful, isn't it? But let's see what else we can find before we head there." Emily nodded, bouncing excitedly on her toes. "I love Christmas carnivals. They're always so magical." They wandered deeper into the festive crowd, passing booths selling everything from hand-painted ornaments to frosty mugs of hot cocoa. Everywhere Emily looked, something new and exciting caught her attention. The sweet smell of roasted chestnuts, the sound of Christmas carols drifting through the air, and the bright, colorful lights of the carnival rides. Then, just as they passed under a string of golden bells, Emily spotted something that made her stop in her tracks. "Mom, look," she tugged at her mom's sleeve, eyes wide with excitement. A booth with a large banner read, "Christmas Food Creation Contest. Cakes, cookies, and more." Her mom's eyes twinkled as she read the sign. "Looks like a fun competition. Would you like to enter, Emily?" Emily's heart skipped a beat. She had always loved baking, especially during Christmas. The idea of creating something festive filled her with excitement. "Can I really?" she asked, practically jumping with joy. "Of course," her mom replied, smiling warmly. "Let's take a closer look." They walked up to the booth, where a woman in a bright red apron greeted them with a cheerful smile. "Welcome. Are you interested in our Christmas food creation contest? You can make anything from cakes to cookies, or even a gingerbread house. The winner gets a special Christmas gift." Emily's eyes sparkled. "A gingerbread house," she exclaimed, her face lighting up. She had always wanted to make her very own gingerbread house, with candy decorations and a frosting roof. The woman handed Emily a small gingerbread house kit. "Here you go. We've got everything you need: gingerbread walls, frosting, candy canes, gumdrops, and more. Just get creative and decorate to your heart's content." Emily's hands trembled with excitement as she sat down at the station. "Thanks," she said, her voice filled with wonder. Her mom leaned in close. "You're going to do great, Emily. Just take your time and enjoy it." Emily nodded, already lost in thought as she stared at the gingerbread house pieces in front of her. She could almost see the house in her mind. A little winter wonderland made of gingerbread, with snowy rooftops, candy cane fences, and frosting snowflakes on the windows. Around her, other kids were busily decorating their houses, cakes, and cookies. One girl was piping colorful frosting onto a cake, while a boy next to her was creating a cookie village. But Emily was focused solely on her gingerbread house. She began by carefully spreading frosting onto the walls of the house, ensuring each piece stuck firmly together. Her hands moved quickly, but with careful precision. The roof was next, and Emily spread a thick layer of frosting over the top, making it look like a blanket of snow. She used a small paintbrush to smooth it out, ensuring every part of the house was covered evenly. "Look, Mom," Emily called out, her eyes shining. "The roof is snowed in just like the one we saw outside our house this morning." Her mom leaned over to admire the work. "It looks fantastic, sweetie." But Emily wasn't finished yet. She grabbed a handful of colorful candy canes and gently pressed them into the icing around the base of the house, creating a tiny path leading up to the front door. Next, she added gumdrops in bright reds and greens, making sure to arrange them in neat little rows along the walls like a Christmas garland. For the finishing touch, Emily grabbed a few marshmallows and arranged them around the house to look like fluffy snowdrifts. She stepped back and admired her creation. It was perfect. The gingerbread house was a Christmas masterpiece. It looked like it had come straight out of a holiday fairy tale, with its frosty roof, candy cane pathway, and warm, inviting glow. "Done," Emily said proudly, her heart swelling with joy as she looked at the finished house. She could almost imagine the tiny gingerbread family living inside, cozy and safe from the winter snow. The woman in the red apron walked over, inspecting each creation with a kind smile. She paused in front of Emily's gingerbread house, nodding approvingly. "Well, this is certainly a beautiful house. You've done a wonderful job, Emily. I think we'll have to see how it compares to the others." Emily's heart fluttered with excitement. She glanced nervously at the other kids' creations. Some were elaborate cakes, Others were decorated cookies, and one boy had even made a cookie sleigh. But Emily didn't mind. She had created something from her heart, and that was all that mattered. After a few minutes, the judges returned to announce the winner. Emily stood beside her gingerbread house, her hands trembling as she clutched her mom's hand tightly. And the winner of this year's Christmas food creation contest is, the woman paused for dramatic effect, smiling as she looked around the gathered crowd. Emily. For her beautiful gingerbread house. Emily's heart skipped a beat. She could hardly believe her ears. She had won. The crowd around her cheered and clapped, and Emily couldn't stop grinning as she walked up to receive her prize. The woman in the red apron handed Emily a small, elegantly wrapped gift. Congratulations, Emily. You've earned this for your incredible creativity. Emily took the gift, her eyes wide with excitement. Thank you so much. When she unwrapped the box, she gasped. Inside was a beautiful snow globe. Inside the globe, there was a tiny gingerbread house, just like the one she had created. The snow inside swirled around gently when she shook it, and the tiny house glittered in the soft light of the carnival. It's perfect, Emily whispered, holding the snow globe close to her chest. It felt like a piece of the magic of the carnival was now in her hands. Her mom hugged her tightly. I'm so proud of you, Emily. You worked so hard, and you really made something special. Emily smiled up at her mom, feeling as though her heart might burst with happiness. The snow globe felt like the most perfect Christmas gift she could have ever received. It wasn't just a prize, it was a memory of the night she had created something from her imagination and her heart. Mom, Emily said softly as they walked hand in hand through the carnival, the snow globe tucked carefully in her arms. This has been the best Christmas ever. Her mom smiled, her eyes twinkling. I think so too, sweetie. And there's still so much more to enjoy. They continued to wander through the carnival, the twinkling lights and the sounds of laughter filling the air. Emily felt as if she were walking in a dream, her snow globe glowing softly in her hands, a reminder of the magic she had created with her own two hands. As they passed by the carousel, Emily looked up at the glittering lights and then down at the snow globe once more. It was as if she had captured the magic of Christmas in that little glass globe, and in that moment, she knew this would be a Christmas she would never forget. The night went on, filled with laughter, music, and the warmth of being with her mom. And Emily felt as though the entire world was wrapped in the joy of the season.